Okay, let's get started on chapter 2. We're going to talk about first writing equations, alright? And in chapter 1 we did writing expressions, and we talked about all the words or phrases that could be used to replace certain operations, like plus for addition or the difference for subtraction. Alright, and so we're going to still use those, but now to write equations, we have to have words that we can use to replace an equal sign. Alright, so this should say an equal sign. There's a little bit of a typo here in your notes. Alright, but words that you will see in a verbal sentence that would indicate an equal sign could be is. Alright, you might also see the same as. Okay, those are words that mean the same as equals. You could just see the word equals, alright, and that would indicate to you an equal sign, alright, and you also see the phrase is equal to. So we're not limited to those 4 phrases, but those are 4 of the most common that you will see that will indicate an equal sign. Okay, so let's go ahead and write some. We have 7 times a number squared is 5 times the difference of k and m. Okay, and what I like to do when I'm writing these is look for the word first that indicates the equal sign. So I have the word is right here. I know that is where my equal sign is going to be. So everything over here is going to go on the left side, and everything over there is going to go on the right side. Alright, so on the left side we have 7 times a number squared. So I have 7 times some number that I don't know, and that number is being squared. Okay, and that is all for my left side, so I have the equal sign. And on the right side, we have 5 times the difference of k and m. Okay, so I'm going to have 5 times something, and the difference of k and m, I know from chapter 1 that difference means subtraction. Okay, and then if we're going to multiply 5 times this difference, I need to put parentheses here to show that I'm going to multiply 5 times the answer that I get after doing the subtraction, not just 5 times k. Okay, number 2, 15 times a number subtracted from 80 is 25. Again, I'm going to circle the word is. That indicates where my equal sign is going to go. So on the left side, we have 15 times a number subtracted from 80. Okay, 15 times some number that I don't know. And if that is being subtracted from 80, okay, it means I'm going to take 80 and then subtract the 15x. Okay, and we know that is or equals 25. So what I'm going to have you go ahead and do here is pause now and try 3 and 4, and then you can come back and check your answers. Okay, we're back with answers. Hopefully yours match mine. Okay, here the phrase that we use for the equal sign, the same as. Alright, so 2 plus the quotient of a number and 8. Remember, quotient means division, and you need to be writing it like this, not with the old division sign from elementary school. Okay, is the same as or equals 16. Okay, here we have 27 times k is h squared decreased by 9. Is my key word there, so 27 times k is on the left, and h squared decreased by 9 goes on the right. Alright, we can also write out formulas, alright, from a sentence. So, same process. The area of a triangle equals the product of 1/2 the length of the base and the height. I'm going to circle my keyword here, that's my equal sign. So on the left side, I just have the area of a triangle. I don't know what the area is, so I'm going to use A to represent the area because A for area just makes sense. Okay, and that's going to be equal to the product of 1/2 the length of the base and the height. So 1/2 the length of the base is going to be 1/2 times the length of the base. I'm going to use B. Okay, and it's the product of this and the height, so I'm also going to multiply by the height. Alright, and there you have the formula for area of a triangle, which should look familiar to you. Right. Number 2, in a right triangle, the square of the measure of the hypotenuse C is equal to, so there's my phrase for my equal sign, is equal to the sum of the squares of the measures of the legs A and B. Alright, looks complicated. Break it down piece by piece. the square of the measure of the hypotenuse C. So I have C, okay, and remember we said that the square of something is not the square root, but it means that we're going to square that number. So I have C squared, and then comes my equal sign. The sum of the squares of A and B. Okay, so we have A with the square of A, so A squared, and we also have the square of B, and then we want the sum of those two things, so we're going to add them together. Okay, that's another formula that should look pretty familiar to you. Alright, that's it for writing equations. Make sure that you go back and watch the next video on solving equations.